Welcome back to the Sneaker Bench. I'm Spiro. On the camera today is Raj.
What's up?
We're talking about the Asics NovaBlast 4s. My new running shoe I just got. But before we get into these, what do we have on feet? Raj, what are you on?
I am wearing the India exclusive Reebok Club C's. The text on the side says Reebok in Hindi. Picked these up a few weeks ago. Very cool shoe.
Talked about them in several of our past videos.
Yeah.
You want to watch Raj's sneaker collection that came out a week or two ago, you could watch that, or you can also watch...
Did we do a full review?
No, we didn't do a full review, but we mentioned it a few weeks back. I don't remember when it was. But I'm wearing Action Bronson 990 V6s. Love these. They're our sneaker of the year. The Sneaker Bench sneaker of the year of 2023. That's not changing. I love these. Anyways, before we get into this shoe, things we always forget to say in every single video, please follow us on Instagram. We've had an Instagram for a little while now, but we've said it at the end of videos. Our Instagram is @thesneakerbench_. Sadly, the Sneaker Bench was taken by someone who has never posted anything and has about 10 followers. So sadly, we have @thesneakerbench_. Post Instagram reels, updates about when our videos are coming out, and other things. We're going to be using that more coming up. Follow us there, please, if you could, and like the video. Subscribe if you aren't already. We really appreciate everybody who is subscribed. Well, there's a few people I think deserve a little shout out just because they comment, watch our videos all the time. Of course, Gerald Mendoza, long-time subscriber.
OG.
He is literally an OG, also an OG. Sorry if I pronounce your guys' names wrong, by the way. Just saying your screen names. The Prince of Genovia. Been with us since the first video. He always comments, thank you. I don't know why I'm assuming he's a guy. It's Prince. So I'm assuming he's a guy.
No, that's a fair assumption.
Yeah, so you've been commenting for so long and we really appreciate seeing your comments. Some more you guys have been commenting for a while. These two guys, Mr. Fritz Who, been commenting quite a lot. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. And Joe Castrollo. The L is a capital letter, so I don't know if it's emphasis on the low or just Castrollo or Castrollo.
Could be any of them.
Anyways, we appreciate all you guys. We appreciate everyone watching, but those 4 specific people commented on many videos, been commenting, been watching. We appreciate you guys. Anyways, what you guys have come to see, the review, the Asics NovaBlast 4s, came out last December, I believe. My new running shoe, like I said, comes in a pretty standard but pretty cool box, I feel like.
It's a simple box.
Simple box, cool. But I think it looks cool, yeah. Here's the shoe. It's in this blue colorway. The specific blue is blue teal, evening teal. So I assume the evening teal is the darker one. Before we get into the looks of the shoe, I'm going to talk about the performance. I put about only 20 miles in them so far, so not too much. I can't give you a definitive answer, but I can tell you how they feel to me. The actual technical details, the heel drop in these is 8 millimeters, and the heel at the base is 41.5 millimeters. The forefront is 33.5 millimeters. So that's the 8 millimeters is a mid-level heel drop. It's not too noticeable, but it is on the slightly higher end. These weigh 260 grams and 9.2 ounces. And a little detail is the cushioning is made with 20% recycled bio-based content. Cool detail. 20% doesn't seem like that much, but I guess in the grand scheme of things, out of all the pairs that are made of these, 20% probably makes a decent difference.
Oh yeah, that makes a huge difference. And it's also really hard to do. To incorporate recycled materials, it's like a very long and arduous process.
Especially nowadays. I'm sure it'll become easier as the years go on, but in the earlier-ish stages of trying to make everything, sustainable and whatnot, 20%, pretty cool. And a notable detail. In terms of the performance so far for me, like I said, only 20 miles, and I'll also preface this by saying I am not a professional runner. If you are looking at this saying, I need to know the exact details of how things work, maybe watch a different video, to be honest with you. But Yeah, that's not even a joke. I'm just saying that I want people to not be misled, but this is how it works for me. I have a pretty flat foot. I have a wide foot, and it's kind of hard for me to find running shoes that work for me at times. I'm coming from running in the New Balance 1080 V13, I believe. I'm sorry if I misgot that wrong, but they're cool. I like running in them. I ran a marathon in them, but I wanted something a little bit more firm. Foam on here is pretty. It's cushioned, but it is definitely more firm than the shoe I was running in previously. It's got the FF-Blast Plus foam. The toe and like I don't know the technical term, but when you strike your foot, it definitely does spring you up. There's definitely a lot of spring in it. Another video I watched, which I'll tag the person, I don't remember their name, but no, it's Kofuzi, I think that's his name. There it is. He said like it rewards you for striking the ground correctly. So I'm not gonna take that like I said it, but he said that, and I think it makes sense. A performance detail of how it looks is the tongue seems kind of flimsy, but it's like sewn into the insole, or I guess like the inside of the shoe, if you can see that. So it doesn't move around at all. Which that was a little bit like when I first saw the shoe pictures online. This tongue is pretty thin, and obviously you never want your tongue to be just like chafing against your ankle and moving around. It gets really annoying and could like make your foot bleed if it chafes you or chafes, But that doesn't happen. Don't worry about that. It's a pretty nice shoe. I like running in it so far. I can't necessarily give you my definitive I love it or I hate it, but I definitely do enjoy this cushioning for my foot. I like how it's wider on the side. I tend to like the kind of thing, since my foot is wider, where the base of the sole is pretty big and is bigger than the actual upper of the shoe. It just gives more room for my foot to kind of spill over if it does, especially when you're running and like pivoting from one side to the other. I like when there's the extra midsole over here to kind of support that. Now getting on to just the aesthetics of the shoe. First, aesthetically, still kind of talking about performance. The outsole, there's not much durable rubber. Can they see that on there? There's not much of that, like the black rubber on here. A lot of this is exposed foam, and although I've only put 20-ish miles in these, there's already some like rubbing away, which this isn't like, I don't know if this should be a worrisome thing. This obviously is going to be like a high strike area where I'm, striking the ground and whatnot, but there's not too much, but you could see a little bit of things already fraying away. There might even be more on my other foot that Raj is looking at. But that's a little concerning to me. So I can't tell you for sure, but maybe these wear out a little bit faster than a regular shoe. I don't know. But
there is like an extra level of foam there, like compared to the back. So
yeah,
like
that's
that
true.
Second section of foam probably keeps it.
That's true. But just a note.
Yeah.
In terms of how the shoe looks, though, I think it looks pretty cool. This weaved midsole is honestly unlike any other shoe that I've seen. At first, I wasn't sure if I loved it, but it looks a lot better in person, I think, than the product photos on Asics' website. I also think this colorway is one of the cooler colorways, in my opinion. Even the darker teal on the midsole, which this is probably even firmer, and part of the reason it springs you forward, looks really cool to me as well. Obviously, like a lot of the lines on running shoes, it looks cool when they're going forward. It makes you look faster. It makes them look fast, if that makes any sense, because you don't want you want the shoe to have lines, kind of like a plane train, when things look like they're going forward, lines going forward, whatnot. Asics logo is pretty cool. If we can get a close up on the stitching and whatnot, like just pretty cool details here. Yeah.
That like faded logo.
Yeah, like
sick.
Almost like a comic book almost. Like just shadow.
Yeah, the shadow looks great.
It's just pretty cool. Things you wouldn't see online. I think they should post like cool, really up close product photos of this, but I just feel like a lot of it is probably more performance based, which makes sense. Cool little heel tab here. This is a little stiff. It feels like it's very sturdy pull tab here. You've also got a nice lip on the back. Some people don't like this. I definitely do. I like keeping my foot locked down. You can see there's a decent amount of cushion in here. Not too much though. I don't think it'd bother you if you don't like that kind of thing, but I personally like the cushioned heel and the little lip to keep your foot in the shoe. Little weird, like kind of, I don't know, diamond-like looking back of the shoe. This is one of those shoes where like there is a decent amount sticking out in the back, so not that you're gonna be running by people, but you might get like flat tired in this kind of thing. The other side of the shoe looks pretty similar. You got the same kind of pattern going on the midsole, and then also the toe. You've got these cool like little wavy. They're definitely raised. I don't know. It kind of looks like the ocean a little bit.
No, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking this whole shoe kind of looks like that. There's a ton of little details about the shoe that kind of make it look like the ocean.
Yeah, what do you think, Raj?
Like one of the really little things. I hope it's picking up on camera. But do you see the lining there on the sock liner? Even that's like wavy and almost looks
yeah.
Like that looks awesome. And then like, it might just be me, but the little like embroidery right there on the toe, it kind of looks like raindrops almost.
A little bit, yeah, I see that.
And like if the whole shoe is the ocean, like the back part is like the deep end, like where it like gets dark, and that's the rain. I don't know. I like the shoe a lot. This is sick.
I think it's a cool shoe. Another thing is, these smell really good, and I've ran 20 miles in these.
I'm not smelling.
They still smell good. I'm telling you right now, you wouldn't think they smelled really good out of the box, and they still smell good. There's nothing really crazy on the insole. It has the Asics logo on this one, and I think it says the carbon footprint.
Yeah, it says the carbon footprint right there.
On the other side, which is pretty cool.
Jeez, it's not picking up. Yeah.
Got it? No.
Barely.
Well, it says the carbon footprint. What is it?
Plus 11.2 kilograms. So I think that means that they're adding it back.
That's like good for the environment?
I think that's good. Otherwise, why would they put it on
that? We are ruining the environment only by this much. So that's cool, like we said earlier, they're using sustainable materials, and hopefully these last a good bit of time. I'll let you guys know in probably a future video how they are performing as I put more miles in them. It obviously takes a lot of time to break things in, so hopefully they get better and better as I put more miles in. That's about all I have to say. I don't know if you have any more, Raj.
No, I mean, it's a cool shoe, really cool running shoe. And all these running shoes, like, one thing you have to think about is like this is what's going to be cool in like 10, 15 years. It's like 2000s running cool. Running is really cool right now with the like Asics Gel Kayanos. It's like stuff like this is what's going to be cool 15 years from now. So it's like getting cool running shoes and getting cool performance shoes is always, it's a lot of fun. It's just as much fun as like vintage, or not vintage, but like Jordan collecting and stuff, because all this stuff will be considered cool.
And maybe, you guys don't run, or you probably perform or do some kind of working out, whether it's going to the gym or
going on walks, anything.
Yeah, play tennis, play basketball. It's cool to get shoes like Raj saying that are currently, new. It's always fun to go back and get retros, and it's not like we're not going to do that. We are going to do that.
Yeah.
But getting shoes like this is cool. And this, like I said, the midsole, you don't see anything like this.
No, you don't. Right?
And it's cool when shoes are very, very innovative in the technology, like we were talking about with the sustainability, and as well as just like looking completely new. That's why, performance shoes always have to look new, because it's technology. It's pushing the boundaries, making things better as best as they can be. And that's all I got for these. I told you guys I was trying not to buy a sneaker until March. I didn't buy a sneaker. No, I didn't. I bought these in March. I bought these on my birthday.
Okay, you're right.
I passed. And technically, I'm not really counting this because I needed this. This was an actual a need. My other running shoes felt like a brick on the ground, so I did need these. But maybe a new sneaker coming soon, other videos coming soon. Big things in the horizon. Sorry for our odd posting schedule as of late. Raj and I have had big things going on, including both of our birthdays. So we were thinking about other things in sneakers for a few weeks, although we were still posting, just on a slightly weirder schedule. And also, the sun is out in the afternoon. We don't have to only film on the weekends now, which
that makes life easier.
Makes things a lot easier for the folks here at the Sneaker Bench. So thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you. If you're still watching now, give us a like. Come on. Bye. Have a good one.
Appreciate you guys. See ya.